Get out of there. Oh, it's a nicer one. It's the biggest one of the day. Please stay hooked. Oh God, he's pulling drag. He's getting into the tree. No. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. We are going fishing today. No challenge, no gimmick, no nothing. Well, there's really three things I want to share with you guys about today's video. One, we're going to a new, well, not a new pond, but a pond that I had not fished in a really long time, and a pond that's always really seemed to have produced really good quality fish, and I haven't been able to get back there because the road leading to it, it's a long story, but basically we're going back there today. Two, we have the kayak loaded up, but I'm not sure if we're going to use it because I really want to do some bank fishing. That's really kind of my first love, was bank fishing, and then I transitioned to kayak fishing, and then I just transitioned to fishing of all kinds, which is what I love now. Just any kind of fishing, I'm down for it. Three, check what I have in this front seat right here. Now, yes, of course, there's a hodgepodge of fishing rods because that's what pretty much everybody's front seat looks like, I would imagine. I want you to pay attention, though, to a couple very striking rods. If I could ever get them undone. Boom, right there. That would be a prototype Guggen Squad Catch Co rod right there. Green series. And boom, there's another one right there, and the gold series. I'm really, really excited to be taking those two bad boys out, along with the rest of my equipment, and just kind of, wha-bam, doing some fishing with some of that cool stuff. I'm really not even actually sure how much of those new rods I can even show you guys. I may have already showed you too much, I don't know. But we're definitely going to be using those rods plus some other stuff. It's been raining down here, it's been crazy storming. The water levels are probably going to be dirty, which is pretty typical for my ponds. Dirty water, high water levels, and just trying to figure them out basically. And plus, throw in the fact that I have not been out to this pond in a long time. It's gonna be interesting to say the least. Notice the fresh haircut, boys? We are back in the game. We got a nice little beard trim, got an edge job right there, a nice little high fade. Somebody made fun of my haircut a long time ago on YouTube, or maybe it was a few months ago. Like, dude, what kind of a person makes fun of somebody's haircut? This is a nice haircut right here. This is Tim Tebow's haircut, okay? A high fade, hard part, little comb over right there with the beard lined up. This is a good haircut, all right? So whoever that was, there was only one person that made fun of my haircut and said it looked really stupid or something, which you know how internet trolls are. They got to say something, right? So whoever said that, come on, man, this is a fresh haircut. You got to give me that. Anyways, folks, we're going to keep the talking to a minimum today, but the goal, as always, is to catch a big bass, and I have a tremendous feeling about today. So I will see you guys out on the water. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Snake, gator, all of the above. I see a bass right down there. I do, there's a bass right there. Man, there's a dang 2-pound bass right down there. Holy moly. Bet you if I drop this jig on his face hole. That's always what you want to see when you pull up to your pond that you haven't been to in a few weeks. You just want to see 2-pound bass just like chilling. Oh man, there was one just swimming over to the jig. The problem is it's like a little too calm out here. And that is a real thing, by the way. If it's too calm, it really kind of makes me think that fish, they can see you, they can hear you. They can hear you plotting on them. Maybe they want something a little bit faster. I've been wrecking them on the buzzbait recently. One of my favorite lures. Well, probably my favorite lure of all time, actually. Oh, wow, that was a... How do you completely miss the pond? Going from casting that really heavy rod to a medium heavy rod. Ooh, that's a cast right there. Right down that grass line. Come on. Oh, I got stuck. What about a weightless Lunker Log? Hate to resort to it so quickly, but I mean, geez, what can you do? Looks like we're gonna have to do a little bit of walking. First little spot didn't really pan out. Man, this grass has grown up. And I think it's been like 3 weeks since I've been out here. And holy, look at this. It's taller than me, literally. I don't really care if the grass is tall. The problem is, when you see tall grass like this, the first thing that pops into my mind is a snake, right? It's a great place for a snake to be just chilling out. It's rained a lot recently, but luckily there's a little path right here, so I'm just gonna try to stay on it. Well, catch one right here, I'm gonna be in a horrible position to land it, especially if it's got any size to it at all. Ooh, I think something just ate it. Yep. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. I picked up the slack and he dropped it. I saw my line go doot, 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 doot. That could have been a little bluegill or something. I don't know why, but bluegills are obsessed with stick baits. Come here, buddy. Yes, on the fall, on the Lunker Log, baby. Quick tip for all you pond fishermen out there, as I just struggle to handle the fish. Before you walk up to the bank, like to fish out, always make a flip out in front of where you're about to stand, because oftentimes like that, there was a fish right there. And I would not have caught that fish had I walked up. I probably would have spooked him out of there. The other cool thing about fishing the Lunker Log weightless is, like on that one, I didn't even feel the bite. I just saw my line just go doot doot doot. So I knew there was a little joker scooting with it. Okay, well, let's just hope we upgrade size substantially from there. A sign of life after 30 minutes with no signs of life. I better keep on making some flips out here before I just walk. It was literally like 3 feet, 5 feet from where I was gonna stand. He hit that on the fall too. It was just kind of doing the death wobble. If you guys fish stick baits, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a tiny bass right here. I want to see if he'll eat this thing. But I've seen fish big and small eat the Lunker Log. For example, a 9-pound 11-ouncer, which is my current PB, ate it. And I've caught the smallest bass in the pond with it too. Come on, buddy. Oh, a little bit bigger. On the Lunker Log. Just don't know how the old Froggy Frog's gonna come into play today. It might not. Might just be a Lunker Log kind of day. I've worked this entire area with the frog. I've just had nothing. You pick the Lunker Log back up and yoink. All right, well, not really bigger, but he felt a little bit bigger. Not really sure why. He did take my Lunker Log though, you jerk. So this particular one is it's black and blue. It's the 5-inch, which I just felt like, you know, small pond, pressured fish, maybe. Not sure if they've been pressured or not lately. But, you know, the smaller size for a smaller pond, kind of, unless you're just like on a great fish bite, or if you just know that there's big fish present, you could upgrade to the 6. There's not a whole lot of difference. But anyways, 5-inch, 6-inch, you can't go wrong either way. But I felt like the black and blue was going to work well because, one, we've had a lot of rain, so the water's a little dirtier than normal. And two, although the sun just pops out right this second, it's been really overcast this morning and the last few days. So I just kind of felt like black and blue would be a good color. And it seems like so far that would be the indication. Tell you one thing about these rods though, boys. I know you guys have kind of been seeing teasers about them online on other channels. This is one of the few that are out there in existence being used in the world right now. I gotta tell you, they feel pretty dang good. I mean, I haven't used the gold one so much. I've used the green one more, but holy moly, it's gonna be a good one. Can't wait for you guys to try it for yourself. That's a fish. Oh, come on. Oh, that's bigger. That's bigger, but he's way over there in the crap. Oh, please come out this way, buddy. Please swim out this way. Oh God, he's in a tree. Oh, he just came off. He broke off. He dove straight over there into a tree like he knew what he was doing, and he broke me off. Gosh, that was a much larger fish. I saw his side profile. He wasn't huge, but he was long, maybe like a 3-4 pounder, and he broke me off. Man. Oh, that's frustrating. There's nothing I could do. I mean, there's no good walkable bank over there. It's all just crap like this. So there's no way. All I was trying to do was just keep tension on him and hoped that he was going to swim out this way, but he didn't. He was smart. He dug in right there where that little down tree is in the water. He dug in right there. He got me wrapped around something, a log or something, or a base of the tree, and he just straight up yoinked me. Well, if I wasn't convinced before that it was going to be a weightless stick bait kind of day, I certainly am now. The weather doesn't look like it's going to change while I'm out here. I mean, it's calm. It's just so calm. If we had any bit more wind, then I would have thrown something else by now, but there's just no wind, boys. You know what's frustrating is I have my kayak with me, and I almost dumped it in here just because, I mean, it's so small, but I've never put a kayak in here. Now that I've seen how grown up it is, we might do that today. I don't know. I don't know if a good launching point, maybe right here, I guess. I'll tell you one thing, if we lose another fish because we couldn't leverage them, because we're standing on the bank, we will launch the kayak. There's some bass looking at my frog. I think they're a little bit too small. You know what they're not too small for? A Lunker Log. There's actually a bunch of bluegills right here. And there's a bunch of bass. There's a couple bass underneath them. Ooh, one of them just turned on it. I got a couple looking at it. Oh, come on. Ooh, oh, I got bass fighting over it. Got him. Yes. Oh, I hit myself in the face. I bass slapped myself. That was cool. I told you they were small. That's okay. We don't discriminate. Whee! Threw him back in there to his friends. He's like, whoa. His friends are like, dude, what just happened? He's like, bro, I don't even know. I ate that weird looking worm thing. Next thing you know, I was out of the water. I don't even know what happened. That's awesome. Here's another tip for you young aspiring YouTube people. Oh my gosh, I'm breathing so hard. So when you're walking through the woods, oh my gosh, keep your GoPro running at all time. I just saw like a big hole. I was thinking to myself, man, it's probably a snake hole. So I was like, all right, well, let me kind of like walk around, you know, the snake hole. And a giant snake just like took off. I don't even know. I don't know if he was in the hole or what. I'm like so freaked out right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is not even worth it. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit here because I'm getting way. It's that hole right there. Now he's gone. I mean, a biggin. I don't know what it was. I didn't hear a rattle. Could have been a big water moccasin. Don't know. Definitely a venomous snake. Gosh darn it. This is so stupid. Don't do what I'm doing right now, okay? Don't walk through very thick brush where you can't see the ground, okay? Unless you're wearing like some snake boots or like some full, you know, like some high-waisted, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm so freaked out. Like waders or something. Then by all means, bust through this brush, but holy moly. Oh, get me out of here. Well, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but, and in a lot of ways I am. But we're launching the yak because there's too much fishable water out here that I'm not able to fish because of this tall grass and the imminent threat of a snake just murdering me. So we're gonna keep this super simple. Terminal tackle box, we've got more Lunker Logs. We've got, I'm gonna bring the frog rod and the Texas rig rod. Texas rig rod. There are supposed to be, well, at least one large alligator in this pond. I've never seen it, but I would believe it if it was in here. It looks like there's some alligator drag marks around. But yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm tired of being afraid, and there's too many good bass yet to still be caught today. We failed on one, broke off. We're gonna give ourselves every opportunity to rectify that today. About to slide right in, I think. Okay. Oh yes. As soon as I get in here, just gators are just all over me. Just trying to rip my face off. Okay, first ever time we've put a kayak in this pond. Very exciting. Kayaks are so awesome, aren't they? They just give you this freedom that you just never had. I've never been able to get in this pond and just paddle around. How easy was that? It took me like 3 seconds to get this kayak unloaded and dumped in. That's a fish. Oh, dang it. Thought he was gonna be big. Oh, yes, just thrash. I'm trying to keep it down here because we're entering the realm that I'm never normally able to fish. Get out of here, dude. You're making too much noise. Nope, no GoPro on that one. As you can see why. Ooh, I just got it out of your eye, buddy. You're welcome. Yeah, so that one didn't really, I didn't have time to turn my GoPro on. That one like ate it as I was retrieving it in. He was a very, very eager boy. Once again, not what we're looking for. This dang tree right here should have produced a lot more than that one fish. Ah, he don't feel big. He's running like crazy though. Look at these little guys. Sometimes it's amazing to me how much harder some of these fish fight than others. This one's not very big, but he is just fighting like it's his job. Oh my goodness. Hey buddy, nice of you to join the party. I mean, beautiful fish. Not big though. Wow, he came right unhooked. Clearly another victory for the old stick baiter. The old Lunker Log. If I could catch these fish on anything else than this, that would be cool, but I mean, I'm not gonna argue with success. That's a fish. That feels a little better. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Well, I mean, not a lot, but he's... Dang it. They keep like fooling me. Jeez, I have completely forgotten how to land a fish in a kayak. You guys are gonna have to excuse me. Wow. Well, not better. I thought he was better, but he wasn't. It's like sometimes you set the hook, you know, and a fish just feels really good right off the bat. And sometimes you set it and they kind of just run right at you. And I don't know, that one felt really good, but flippity flip-flap. I swear there's bigger bass in here than that. I mean, like, a lot bigger. I've seen them. I've only caught a few, like what I would call big bass. Like, I mean, depends on where you come from. A big bass in Wisconsin might be a 3-pounder. A big bass in Florida might be a 6-pounder. But to me, 4 pounds and up, yeah, that's a big bass. It's a good sized bass. It's a bass you'd be happy to catch any day of the week. And I have seen 4s and 5s out here, and I've caught, I think, 4s and 5s out here. That's a fish running right at me. God, my hand slipped off the reel. Dang it. What is up with all these small fish? Oh, and he threw my Lunker Log. No, it was brand new. How could you, you little rascal? How could you get yourself bottom lipped hooked, and then steal my Lunker Log and knock it off? I don't like you. Get out of here. That was such a hard bite, but he just ran right at me. We're getting a little thin on Lunker Logs here. This is my 3rd to last one. And trading a Lunker Log for a fish like that is a deal that I don't really want to take. Got another one. Ah, my drag slip. No. Oh, that's a better one. At least he's fighting better. Get him in the boat. Woohoo! Just keep bouncing him around. Oh gosh, he's an animal. And he's slightly gut hooked. It's okay though, Papa LOJO is gonna take care of him. I have my surgeon's license. See that? Nice and gut hooked. Watch this, we're gonna get him out clean. No blood, no nothing. Boom. You hear that pop? Look at that. Popped him right out of there. Not bleeding. He's really long, but kind of skinny. But he left me a Lunker Log. So for that, I am in debt to him. I'm just gonna have to leave the GoPro running as I go down this bank, because it's like, it's beginning to get like every cast. There's a fish just yoinking it. Yeah, there's another one. Come on. Oh, underneath those lily pads. Oh, wow. Holy shnikes, the Lunker Log is doing it today. Ah! Oh, buddy, did you steal my Lunker Log? You did. You did. Gosh darn it. We're they keep stealing them. There's one. Ooh, oh, he came off. That was a better one too. Son of a gun. That was a better one. You guys hear that one? When he took the tension, that was not a dink. Darn, I got no leverage in this kayak though. That was such a weird bite. He bit it, and instead of like, you know, either swimming towards me or swimming away off either side, he was just kind of like doing circles. Like he bit it and he was just kind of like swimming around. And then I set the hook and he darted out to the right. I actually saw him for a second before he got off. He's pretty good size. Dang it, man. I just got no leverage in this kayak. That's the deal with kayak fishing, boys. You're gonna sacrifice some of your leverage, and it's gonna come back to bite you Bites you in the backside on occasion. Oh, that's a fish. Oh, yanked it. That could have been a bluegill. I don't think he even had it. He just had the worm in his mouth. Probably a bluegill or an 18-pound bass. I'm surprised I haven't caught a bluegill on accident by now. There's been so many just kind of pecking at this lunker log. It's just, the bluegills are just a tad bit too small to actually get the hook in their mouth. There's one. Oh my God! Oh, I got the line wrapped all the way around my dang rod. Let me see if I can undo this mess. Oh, buddy, I am so sorry about that. So sorry about that, buddy. Wow, that's probably the same one that was just messing with me, actually. It probably wasn't a bluegill, it's probably this little tiny guy. I yoinked him out of the water and into the side of the boat, which I feel really bad about, by the way. Don't like doing that. It just kind of happens sometimes. It's not intentional. Get out of there. Oh, it's a nicer one. It's the biggest one of the day. Please stay hooked. Oh God, he's pulling drag. He's getting into the tree. No. Oh gosh, we're in the tree. No, he's the biggest one of the day. He's gonna break me off again, just like that last one did. Just like that earlier one did. Come on, out of there, buddy. God, that line's got to be about to break any second. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, he's nice. Yes, he is nice, nice, nice. No, don't jump like that, please. Oh, we got him out of the tree. Please, no more jumping. Yes, come on out here. He is trying to get underneath that tree so bad. No. He's got it in his gullet. I don't think he's getting off, but he might break me off still. That's the biggest one maybe that I've ever caught out here. Oh gosh, please. No, 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 no. Yes. Look at that tanker right there. Holy moly, that was the most crazy sequence of events. I felt the bite and I accidentally cut my GoPro off instead of cutting it on. So I had to wait to set the hook. So I cut it on again. Oh well, I gotta get this guy unhooked because he's a little gut hooked. I think he's gonna be okay though. Oh yeah, I'm such a pro at getting gut hooked fish undone. Let's not get attacked by an alligator here. I don't think I have my scale like a real idiot. Tell you one thing we can do though. We can take the old nifty Guggen rod real quick. We'll just get a little measurement right here. Let's get a little measurement. Okay. Oh gosh. It's really hard to do with a fish on your lap. It's about an 19 incher. Very nice. Probably a solid 4.5, 5 pounder. He's bleeding pretty decent. Plus I'm just losing my faculties. Let's go ahead and let this guy go. All right, girl or boy or whoever you are. There she goes. Back to the depths. Wow. I'd say that's a good fish to end your day on right there. Holy shnikes. And I think I just cut up pretty much my last lunker log. Wow. Yeah, cast it up in this little area, felt the bite, went to turn my GoPro on thinking it was off, but in fact it was on already, so I switched it off, so I had to wait for it to come back on. That's okay though. I did the old 2-hand hook set it on her, and honestly, you know how most fish, like when you hook them, you think they're good, and then as they come in, you realize they're not that good. They kind of shrink, as they say. That one actually got bigger. Like I knew it was good. I thought it was like a 3. But as it started to come in and I saw it fight more and get wrapped up in that tree, then I realized it was actually like a really good fish. That is nuts. But on that note, let's dock the old kayak. I will show you guys kind of what my setup was today. If you want a little bit more info on the lunker log and how I like to fish it, let's hop on out of here before we get eaten by an alligator and let's talk about it. All right, boys, we're off the water. God, the gnats are attacking me. How about that to end the video right there? That was so cool, so cool, so cool. like I was saying throughout the video, I mean, I know there's big fish out here. I've seen them, I've caught them a couple times. That's probably one of the bigger ones I've ever caught. It was a 19-incher, and I think it was actually even a little bit longer than that, but I was having a hard time measuring it with the old Guggen rod while it was sitting in my lap bleeding. I wanted to make sure I got the fish released nice and healthy. But the Lunker Log, AKA the stick bait, okay? I mean, luckily I have one left, so we can kind of talk real quick. So there's really only two ways I like to use this thing. I mean, just straight up. I like to use it Texas rigged, which is exactly how I was using it today. Weightless Texas rig. It's literally a stick. I mean, it's a straight worm. Some people call it a straight worm. Some people call it, you know, a Senko style bait. You know, whatever you want to call it. Weightless Texas rig. It's just hard to beat. Ponds like this, you know, if you can't get bit on anything else, my last resort would be a weightless Texas rig of some kind, probably a Lunker Log, which just has the best action weightless out of pretty much anything out there that exists. And as you guys could see today, I couldn't get a bite on anything else. I threw a buzzbait, I threw a frog, I threw a jig a little bit, and they just weren't having it. But as soon as I made that switch, you guys saw what happened. The rest is history. We caught a ton of fish, and we caught big fish as well. The other way that I will rig it on occasion is a wacky rig. That's basically when you hook it through the center like this with a smaller hook, and it just makes it kind of fall like this, you know. So instead of falling kind of like this and wobbling, it just falls a little bit more center focused, if that makes any sense. The downside of a wacky rig, it's a little bit more of a finesse presentation than just the weightless Texas rig, and it's a little bit harder to keep that wacky rig weightless. You can find weightless little drop shot hooks and stuff, but they don't really work as well as just burying the hook in the worm like a Texas rig. So that's always kind of been how I like to use it. Try it out, guys. This is my best advice. If you're not a believer, try them out. How else are you gonna find out? But anyways, I'm gonna grab the camera now because we are about to sign off out of here. A little pond fishing excursion slash kayak slash bank fishing adventure. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. It's the red button right below the video. Join the LOJO Outdoor Fan, the best subscribers on YouTube. And finally, get in that comment section. Let me know how much you think a 19-ish inch fish with that kind of girth, how much it would actually weigh. I'm thinking 5-ish, you know, give or take a ½ pound. So you guys let me know if I'm crazy or if I'm right on. Anyways, folks, I am getting out of here on to the next outdoor adventure. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Fist bump, I'm out.